Welcome back, Rangers. Irish Game Master here, revisiting the mobile app, Middle-earth: Shadow of War. It's been over a year, I think, since I've done a video for this. When it first came out, the phone I had was able to play the game, but the very first update they did, or maybe it was the second one, doesn't matter, I couldn't play anymore, which sucked. I had spent money at the time too, which I don't usually do. Anyway, the game doesn't seem to be very popular anymore. So this will be a multi-part video that will actually take place over the course of 2 days. And I will be using the Orc Power-Up event to showcase how this game is just not that popular anymore. As you can see, some people have already started, as per the usual. And this was not part of the game when I first played. This is one of the additions they brought in. A good addition, to be sure. It's a shame they didn't bring it in from the beginning. You would think some of these game companies, regardless whether it's video games for the PC or console or the phone, would figure out, some of these great ideas you've got, bring them in a little earlier so people can actually enjoy them before they get bored and leave. At any rate, let's take a good look at this. Let me see. Information. Nothing useful there. Okay, so certain orc tribes, the machine tribe, get a boost to the points you get for leveling them up. Here is Koth, Mountain Shaker. A orc I chose because he is a slayer of wraiths and he has 3 good skills. They're a little bit expensive to upgrade at the moment. I'm still fairly low level, unfortunately. But as his glory rises, he could become a very effective unit, especially if I'm up against Wraith type enemies. So let's go ahead and get him up. Alright, we want to give him as much as we have the dominance for the currency you use. Alright, I'm going to give him all of my tankards of grog, a total of 106, and give him all my cups. Let's see. Let's see how many bowls I can give him before I max out. Because my total, and I've got it tapped out, is 6,320. And that's it right there. And he'll come out at level 23. And that'll actually make him a useful character to accompany my fellowship on missions. Let's go. Alright. Got a stack of points right there. Let's go back, collect my dominance. Claim. I'm going to get this stuff done right now. Alright, so I just got 2,600 points. Where does that put me? 81. Ladies and gentlemen, I am now ranked 81. It is only the first 3 hours of the event, but I'm ranked 81 already. I have not played this in over a year, as I said, and I am already to rank 81 with very little to offer in the first place. Let's scroll down a little bit. Let's see how quickly. Oh, wow. 30, 36. Alright, we're down to 50, and for one thing, all these people are VIP players. So these are obviously the die-hard fans. Let's see. Who is the highest non-VIP player? It's going to end up... Well, I'm 81. I'm VIP 2. VIP 2 is something you can pretty much easily get early in the game. I think even at the start of VIP 1. Who's the highest VIP 1 character then? We'll do that. Come on. Let's see. The highest VIP 2, level 76, 26,000. Highest VIP 1. Where are you at? Leave a shout out down below if you happen to see your name. There we go. Tiger Bonzo. Rank 60, level 62, 4,000 is what he's put in. Alright, so I will run a couple more clips to add to this episode before I post it. And we'll see just how much actual interest is in this game. I am fairly low level, so if people are actually playing, then I should be surpassed, at least relatively quickly. And here we are at the end of the Orc Power event. I used all the dominance I had, and I came in at 200. For someone who hasn't played in over a year, I can't sit here and say that there's a lot of interest in this game. Now, I did go through the players that were active in this event, and I would say only maybe 200-300 players on my server are anything close to seriously active, and on less than 1,000. I think it came up to like 938 people actually logged in at some point during the 2 days that this event was going and upgraded an orc. So I mean, there might be others that just weren't paying attention, I suppose, but if we use that as the basis, there are 22 servers, and my server is at medium capacity. So if we average out 1,000 people per server, there is not more than 22,000 players playing this game at any given point in time. And at best, maybe a fifth are actually seriously interested in playing. So this game is basically being supported by maybe 4,000 people. Let me see if I can. I guess it won't. I was hoping it would pull up the all the rankings. I meant to actually do this before it ended, but I got busy. So to recap a little bit, we're going to pull up this game right here. Let me see. Middle Earth, Shadow of War. Okay, according to this, I'm trying to, where is, here we go. It's been rated over 100,000 times. Am I missing it? I'm trying to find the, how many times it's been downloaded. Usually that's at the top. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we have over 1 million downloads according to Google Play on the Android side of Google Play, at least. I don't know if it counts for both. And looks like about 10% review the game. Not looking good if 10% reviewed the game out of 1 million that downloaded it, and at best we can say at 22,000 are even still playing it, occasionally at least. And of those, only maybe 4,000 are actually spending, may even be spending money on it anymore. I'm sure the top 20 or 30 of every server are probably spending money on it so they can, be the best, take that #1 spot. But it doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of interest in this game anymore, and that's unfortunate. And this is just yet another of a long line of Lord of the Rings games that has failed. I think every Lord of the Rings game that has come out has been fun in some shape or form. But if we're going to be totally honest here, every Lord of the Rings game has failed in some fashion or another. The old ones that came out for like the GameCube and the PlayStation, they were great for that era. But now, I mean, look where we are now. They have yet to come out with a mobile app for Lord of the Rings that can hold anyone's attention for longer than a few months, apparently. The Lord of the Rings Online MMO RPG, which although is still active today, has been sold to another company that basically buys failing MMOs to just, continue to milk it for what it's worth. Now, that said, I still occasionally play Lord of the Rings Online. I have a lifetime subscription with them. I was on the beta for Lord of the Rings Online, for crying out loud. So I've been there since the very beginning, and I've had a lifetime subscription since the beginning. And it's all well and good, but even there, you can still see that there's no effort left in Lord of the Rings Online. There's no effort in, as far as I can tell, really any other game that comes out with the license, the Lord of the Rings. I've played almost every Lord of the Rings game there is. Not all of them. I've missed a few. I played Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor, whatever. Those two for our namesake, Talion. And they're both fun, to be sure. I played the Lord of the Rings Conquest, or whatever it was, for PS3. The Battlefront mock-up. And that could have been so much better. But they failed in so many ways to make that a replayable game. And it's there's what was it? The War of the Rings, I think it was is what it's called. The Command and Conquer mock, or Age of Empires play style. You command armies. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I still have it, and occasionally come back to it if I just want to command armies of orcs or elves or whatever. But end of the day, they still couldn't do it. Everything that they have made to date with the Lord of the Rings license has been a failure in one shape or form, and they slapped the Lord of the Rings title to it, and that's it. And they ruin what could be a great franchise. It frustrates me because I am a huge Lord of the Rings fan. To this day, I still watch the trilogy 2 or 3 times a year, minimal. And I do at least one marathon a year because I love it that much. And sometimes I will pull up The Return of the King with my dinner and just watch the big battle in front of the White City, with my dinner. Because it's one of the best battles on the screen that you can watch if you just want to watch a big battle scene. And I still don't think that they have come close to that in any movies. So where they succeeded so greatly with the movies, they have just utterly failed with the games. And that's just sad. And, well, no, there's not really a whole lot more point talking about it. This will be the last video that I do for the Lord of the Rings, Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War mobile app. This is just not a game that is getting the attention that it needs. I would definitely predict that after a while, this game will be shut down. If this game makes 2 years, I'll be surprised. And I seriously don't believe this game will make 3. There's There's just no way this game's going to make 3 years. We have, what, 3, 4, 5, 6? 6 of the 22 servers are at low population, and every other one's at medium. That should tell you everything you need to know, that this game is just not going to make it, and that's unfortunate, because it does have fun points. The campaign is pretty cool. Didn't get very far because, didn't play for a year. But there's no support there. There's just not enough here to keep this game interesting. The combat is better than most of the, squad, soldier, monster fights that you could get on Google Play, but they could not make this the game that it needed to be for Lord of the Rings fans, and that's unfortunate. Anyway, Irish Game Master, over and out. If you liked what you saw, if you want to see more, please subscribe and like my YouTube page. Thank you, and sayonara.